challenge part 2. I kind of misunderstood what we had to do. I thought I still had 3 more days, so I really didn't get too far. I put the finishing touches on what I thought I needed to do. Thought I had until, what would it be, Wednesday or Thursday? I guess it would be today. But here it is. This is the town of Reddyfields. Let's see, the Red Valley. So let me pause it. I don't have an actual town hall built. That's in the tiny town hall. But here's some grabs. My stats are horrendous because I have been killing people left and right. Let's go to overview. So 41% close, 3% educated. I don't have any tools. Used all my tools, and I put the HUD down low. But anyways, I made it to spring 49, and let me just show you some of the stuff that I got done. So I use these renewable stone shacks, and I think I'm the first person to actually try to do this. I've seen people do the trees where they'll encompass the trees. Originally I planned on making circles around here, but since I don't have tools, it takes forever to do anything. So I just left it squared. Originally it was circles and small details, but yeah, as you can see here, I kind of spruced it up. These are called stone gatherers. All they do is go out and collect stone, and I figured if I put the stone gatherers next to the stone shack, then there would be more workers. And due to lack of tools and lack of food, sometimes I have a bunch of food, sometimes I don't. I don't have a lot of trade going down. So these have no employment as of now, but I got a little detail here. I made it so that it looks like they would load stone onto the carts, and then they have the stone here, and then they'd wheel it out. Did the same thing over here. I just doubled it up. So I really like this little section here. This my mine and my blacksmith, and then he had a little house here. These were all originally gravel squares. It looked like just a gravel lot where they put stuff, but you couldn't click on the information. I needed to get information to see if I needed coal or what to make tools. But I just forgot to cover it up. I like to play like this. Is the only way to click the bottom. Yeah, I really like this as well. Putting the iron mine and the blacksmith together with this stone house here. I really like that look. I went with my paths are all gravel and dirt. They're part of the DS roads. If you like it yourself, it's gravel number 1, and then dirt number 7. And this is the first time I've ever done detailed passing. Usually all I do is one straight line, and then if you hold shift, you can do the shortest route. Would be something like this. Like example, you don't want to go straight, you can hold shift, and it automatically does like the angle. And I'll use angles and stuff, but not I want to. I wanted to make little areas. So this was my living space. These are country stone walls, and these turn out to be storage walls. I really like this look. It made with the cabin, it makes it look really nice. The different here than these paths, make it look good. All these are late additions. I'm already in and out of housing and all kinds of stuff. Just had to put them down. These are all butchers, a bunch of storage for days so that they don't have to walk all over the place. These are the last things I did to try to get food. These are red mulberry. My original spawn was horses, wheat, and red mulberry, which wasn't too bad. I just got into the orchard's way too late. Over here I went with red dirt and these red stone, red cobble, and I really like the look from here. And I'm guessing these kind of turn red when they blossom, so I was hoping that would be nice. I did see somebody else use the same path style. That's because when I first started, he was watching my stream and he sent messages and stuff to me, and I guess he just liked it a lot that he started doing it. This is the pasture you can get. It's called pasture fenceless. If you come over here, I think it's this green one. No, it's probably this one right here. Yes, this is the pasture fenceless with 2 brackets. You can do 50 by 50. It holds 302 horses, and this was originally the main problem with my starvation, was that I had four pastures, and they were keeping my citizens fed. But then I built this big one, and they had 100 and something. I only had 100 and something horses, so that originally led to starvation. But now I have maxed it out with horses. There's horses for days. Eventually, decorating this with trees and other random items to get a look. And I had this walled off completely right here, but I changed my mind because I was gonna cross this path and put these farmhouses with the ability to inside that fence, so it kind of looks like the farmhouses are with the pasture, the horses. I know it would look better to wall these off first and then wall off the horses and stuff. But I wanted to bring this across. I just never did. So this is my ranch / farm. I have storage sheds everywhere. These are stables. A little wood storage area. It looks pretty. I like it. I just have to do more detail, but yeah, put more grass passing, fenced it off. Other than that, I'm really happy with it. This was added here due to starvation and all that, but originally the idea was to come down and extend this here, or probably down here with keys to come out and put ships. I was gonna decorate this whole area with ships. If we come down here, you can see I got a water mill. I added this to the foundry. It's not on there. I added little details around here. Loading. This big ship is outside the trading port. This is all one giant building. These are outhouses that I added, and then this guy's parked over here. This is a large storage. Very, very nice. I really like it. There's probably some crates and stuff that I added too. You wouldn't even be able to tell unless I pointed it out. This was supposed to be an industrial section. I was gonna fill all this with stone, just never got to it. All this was supposed to be like a giant plaza. Never got to that due to lack of tools. I started building these narrow narrow boats, just because I found them. So that would have been good. These I'm really happy with. This is probably one of my favorite. Probably these greens and this wood detail on here, bamboo, and then I actually put tulips inside of these. These give you seedlings to make decorative trees, which is part of the MegaMod. I don't think it's part of Colonial Charter itself, but yes, I put it there. So this is growing flowers, and all these guys are growing different colored flowers with the detail on the front. Really, really like that. I'm glad I did it. This is a flour mill, and then I added chickens outside, so it looks like he uses the grains to feed his own chickens. A hen and hen. That's a rooster and hens. This is actually a thing of sand, but it looks like a bucket full of grains. I really like that. These are actually 2 different farms that are put together. The original idea was to put this way over there. I just never got to it. This is the town church. I really like that it fit perfectly between here and this is actually the farmer's market. This is my college. I didn't build a regular school. I went straight to a college. This is a little square that I added. It makes clothes, bread, and tools. This is a hostel, which is like boarding houses. These are one of the first things I did. I built the statue, I built the tiny town hall, the sawmill. All this was supposed to be replaced, dressed up better, never got to it. These were original idea. I really liked the look of that. I had planned on just having small couple of these fields scattered across. Never got to it. I ended up duplicating. I was gonna, due to me thinking that I had more time, I was gonna go into Santa's workshop and be like, okay, I make gingerbread cookies and gifts and stuff in my city. These fences actually required iron, and I had ran out of iron due to making tools. But these guys right here are tropical greenhouses. They take the bone meal from the horses, and over here and they produce more food. All this is original design that I thought up on the fly. You can watch my stream. Everything is there where I was doing it. Pretty much documented. So it's not cheated in. It's not debugged menu or anything. I really like the way this looks. It has welcome signs, has the path, it has the palm tree, the borders. These are all banana trees, yucca trees. Just the whole area looks fascinating. I added these stones around the fountain. Really nice. This was towards the end. I started building these. These actually are wool pins. I just needed to add more detail, and that's where I went. These are two-story houses. They're on their way. These are dense tree shacks. With these you can get a ton of trees, but then you have to add extra areas. So these are mini foresters. I was gonna use this to employ more citizens. If you don't know, these are hunting. Well, they're called watchtowers, but they employ hunters, and they give you all kinds of neat items that you wouldn't normally have. Hare, for example, and bear. You can't get that any other way. These are tents. They just never got built because, like I said, I ran out of tools, kinds of stuff. So I really enjoy this area right here. This is probably one of my more detailed areas as well. You have these decorated and all kinds of items ready to go, and there's actual storage here hidden in between the items, which you wouldn't even think about it. But yeah, so it looks like they load them up on this crane, and then little details like these clay and the rice over here. This is actually a food supplier. These are storage. This guy right here was actually going to get expanded. There's gonna be two areas. And then I added the clay here because you need clay to. I never got to brickworks, but that's fine. This is also towards the late additions. This farm stand and this little tent, because I thought it would look nice if somebody lived here, worked here. This area I recently just cleared it all down. And if you didn't know, the new colonial charter lets you have foresters that grow specific type of trees, for example, great foresters. And if you have a gatherer next to a great forester, you'll gather grapes. And there's some grapes that are just laying down, which I really like. Let's see if there has any. And yes, he's actually almost 3,000 grapes actually gathered, which I didn't think was working. This was my hunter. I put him down way early, and he was decorated over here. I decorated everything. Now I'm removing them. Here's a little cat that was a hunter, and then his storage areas, little area for clean water and whatnot. It looked very nice, but it served its purpose. I'm moving them over here, and I was gonna decorate all this. So yeah, this is another little area that I liked. It looks good to me. I know it's pretty poor. It's just one road, two roads, and whatnot. But I would end up decorating it with fences and all these storage little animals. As you can see here, I started putting down wheat like I couldn't supplement my meals. My original design is tree, and then the wall, and then these two buildings facing like that. There's a path. That's really nice, really nice. So yeah, that's probably as far as I got. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to the next challenge. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know if it's gonna be hard or what, but I will actually. If anybody wants to, I can send them the file. I didn't think about that, so yeah, it's not ready. But I hope you guys like it, and see you on the next challenge. Have a good one. Bye.